Here we're going to look at try it number 1 from section 2.6. So we're using the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is, I have it written down on the bottom here. You can reference it from here. So we're going to label our pieces. Well, A is equal to 2, B would be equal to 6, and C is equal to 3. So we want to plug everything in. So X would be equal to negative 6 plus or minus 6 squared minus 4 times 2 times 3. Remember, when you're doing these, it's always a good idea to put the numbers in parentheses. That way you don't make any mistakes with your signs. And then we would have 2 times 2. So just simplify. Take it one step at a time. Try to avoid any major mistakes. 4 times 2 times 3. We're going to have 8 times 3, which would be 24. So this would be minus 24 over 4. Continue to reduce, or sorry, simplify. We would have square root of 12, 4. Radical 12 can be broken down. I'll show it inside. You'd have 4 times 3. So x will be equal to negative 6 plus or minus 2 radical 3 over 4. These three terms do have something in common, so we would want to reduce this. So that would become negative 3 plus or minus radical 3 over 2. And that would be our solution. All right, in part B, same thing. We're just going to use a quadratic formula. The process is the same. We'll just have different numbers for A, B, and C. So x will be equal to negative 2 in this case. Be careful with that. Plus or minus. Again, negative 2 squared. Those parentheses are going to make a big difference in our problem. And then 2 times 3. The double negative becomes a positive 2. Negative 2 squared would be 4. And then we have 4 times 3 times 7, which would be 84. So we're going to subtract 84 here, and that would be divided by 6. So x is equal to 2 plus or minus of negative 80 over 6. And again, that negative 80 can be broken up. So I'll write the full workout here. We're going to split that into negative 1 times 16 times 5. Now, there's other ways to break that down, but eventually you'll get to the same answer. And that would all be over 6. So x would be equal to 2 plus or minus. We'd have 4i radical 5 over 6. That will once again be reduced. So this 2, 4, and 6 all have a common factor. So we would wind up dividing by 2. We get 1 plus or minus 2i radical 5 over 3. And that would be my solution. All right, so really, you're just plugging numbers in and taking it one step at a time. As I've mentioned in all of these videos so far, do be careful with your signs and just take your time with the arithmetic. The negatives will trick a lot of people up, and then reducing the radicals or simplifying the radicals. If you take your time, you should be okay.